Okay, let's just get right into it. You know the moment I'm talking about. It's the end of the day, your phone's in your hand, and there it is, that little banking app icon just kind of staring at you. You know you should check it. A little voice says, "Hey, just tap it." But for some reason, you just can't.
It's almost a physical thing, isn't it? Like a genuine paralysis. Your thumb just hovers over the screen. Maybe you even take a deep breath, lock your phone, and tell yourself, nah, I'll deal with it tomorrow. It feels like a tiny moment, a small act of procrastination, but it's actually powered by something way, way bigger.
So what is this? Well, it's the silent fear of checking your bank balance. And it's a quiet anxiety that, believe me, affects millions of us. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what this fear is all about, why it has such a powerful grip on so many people, and, most importantly, how you can finally break its cycle for good.
To really get this, we have to look past the obvious. On the surface, it seems like it's just about a number. But the reason it controls such a huge part of our financial lives is because, well, the big secret is it's not really about the money. Not at all. The real reason we're so terrified to look is because of what that number on the screen actually represents.
It's not just data we're looking at, it's a reflection. In that split second, the screen of your phone becomes a mirror.
So we think we're afraid of the number itself, right? We're afraid of seeing it go down or being lower than we hoped. But this distinction is absolutely crucial. The real, deep down fear has nothing to do with the number. It's about the crushing self-judgment that comes right along with it. That number forces you to confront, well, yourself. All your choices. Every single one of them. That extra coffee you bought, that late night Amazon purchase you probably shouldn't have made, it all just comes rushing back. It's the heavy weight of that voice in your head saying you should have done better. It's facing your own disappointment right there in black and white. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. That screen isn't just a window into your finances. It's a mirror reflecting your habits, your discipline, your follow through. And let's be honest, for a lot of us, looking in that particular mirror is incredibly tough.
So what's the big deal if we just don't look? We might think we're just protecting ourselves from a bad feeling. But avoidance is never a neutral act. It has a very real and often very high psychological price tag.
See, our brains are problem-solving machines. They're wired to fill in the blanks. So when you deny your brain the actual data, the real number, it doesn't just go quiet. Oh no. It starts writing its own story to fill that silence. And that story is almost always a horror movie. The unknown always feels bigger, scarier, and way more threatening than the known. In that silence of not knowing, your mind doesn't just imagine the worst-case scenario, it magnifies it. It blows it completely out of proportion. Just look at this. The reality might be a pretty manageable problem, right? Like a small overdraft fee. Annoying, but fixable. But in your mind, fueled by the fear of not knowing, it transforms into a total, full-blown financial apocalypse. This right here, this exaggeration, is the real cost of looking away. Okay, so that's the problem. How do we fight back? The good news is, the antidote to all this anxiety is surprisingly simple, and it's literally right there at your fingertips.
Let's be clear about what we're fighting. Fear, in this case, is basically a ghost. It's a scary story woven from anxiety and a total lack of information. It loves the dark. It thrives in the silence of not knowing.
Awareness, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. It's the clarity you get when you face reality head on. It's based on facts, not feelings. Awareness is like flipping on the lights. And here is the most important part of this whole thing. The second you tap that app and see the number, the entire power dynamic shifts. Instantly. Fear literally cannot survive when it's exposed to facts. The crazy story your mind was spinning just vanishes, and it's replaced by a simple piece of data. And that's the transformation right there. That huge, terrifying monster you built up in the darkness of your mind, it's suddenly revealed to be nothing more than a number on a screen. And a number, well, a number is something you can manage. You can make a plan around it, you can adjust, you can take control. So how do we turn this one single action into a new, empowering habit? Because this isn't just about getting through one scary moment. This is about completely changing your relationship with your money. It's about moving from a place of fear to a place of control. Let me tell you a fundamental truth. Your financial situation will never, ever get better through fear or avoidance. It's just not possible. Progress only happens when you engage with it rationally. Money doesn't respond to emotion. It responds to awareness, to clarity, and to the plain old truth.
And this isn't some secret trick of the rich. It's a foundational habit. People who successfully build wealth aren't necessarily smarter or luckier than anyone else. They're simply more willing to look at the truth, consistently, and without all the drama. They face reality before it has a chance to become a crisis. Think about it this way. Your financial life is a ship on the ocean. You are the captain, and your bank balance, that's your compass. It's the only tool you have that tells you where you're going. Now, you might not always love the direction it's pointing, sure, but you absolutely cannot steer your ship to a better destination if you refuse to even look at it. Flying blind just leads to disaster. So this is how we need to reframe the whole thing. The next time you feel that hesitation, remind yourself what you're really doing. You're not signing up for judgment. You are actively checking in on your progress. You're measuring your discipline. You're confirming your direction. This is an act of leadership, not weakness.
And every single time you choose to look, you're reinforcing the fact that you are the one in charge. It's a small win, for sure, but it builds into this powerful habit of financial control and true ownership.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. This whole idea of facing the truth, it doesn't just apply to your bank account. It applies to, well, everything. What mirror are you avoiding in your life? What number, what tough conversation, what reality have you been putting off? Because on the other side of that fear is the exact clarity and control you've been searching for.